baali bennyamivu nga bamanyi nti gavumenti yabavaako era ng'osanga abantu abamu mu ghetto nga teba.
Live from UPC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
I won't say good afternoon. Good morning. My name is Ruben, and on a special day, I have two special guests in the studio who will be talking about matters of corporate sports network. You know, with sport, it's a wider initiative where a lot can be discussed under one umbrella. But like I said, today is a special production, a special day. I have two guests in studio. That is Charles Sempagala and, of course, Semere Asadu. They will be discussing matters of sports. But that's a corporate sports network. Anyway, before I go any further, let me introduce them as we proceed. Gentlemen, I will start with you, Sempagala. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good to see you.
Me too.
Looking good in black. The black reflects what?
I wouldn't say that it has any reflection.
Okay.
It's just the color.
The color.
Yes,
okay, that's Charles Sempagala. I called you Sempagala. You are Sempagala. I'm sorry about that. And then I'll go to Semere Asad. Semere, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How have you been?
So fair, so good.
How is family?
The family is okay and energetic.
Why would you say energetic?
Yeah, because it is the holy month of Ramadan.
Okay.
Of course, and we are blessed and carrying on the blessings.
Are you fasting?
Of course, of course. Yes, I'm fasting.
We have a lot of food in Uganda. Okay, let's go straight into why you are here. I will start with the introductions of yourself. I might have spoken your name or said your names, but briefly introduce yourselves and what you do as a corporate sports network. I'll start with you.
My name is Charles Sempagala. You said it right.
Yeah.
Second trial. I'm the general manager of Corporate Sports Network.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Asadu.
Yes, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Who is Asadu here?
Asadu here is Semere Asad, of course, the names.
Okay.
I'm head technical in Corporate Sports Network. And my role generally is about the activities which we normally do as an entity.
Okay.
For the corporate companies, which normally come together. But besides that, my simple profile of me, just a simple one. I'm elite referee from FUFA.
Okay.
So being in sports is not accidental. It's not accidental that I'm here, but of course we know what we do.
Okay.
We know what we do.
I'll talk about referees later, because referees have issues in Uganda for match fixing, but giving games to clubs that are not supposed to win. But anyway, I will not go into that. You are here for something else. Let me come back to you, Charles. What is the corporate sports network, and how long has it been in existence?
Yeah, Corporate Sports Network is actually a brand name. But the trade name is Astra Corporate Sports Network.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what is Astra?
Astra. Astra is an English word that depicts what we intend to be. If you go to the dictionary, it will actually show you that we are heading to higher heights.
Okay.
That's the word Astra.
Okay. When you talk about corporate, my mind goes to companies. Asadu.
Yes.
When anything corporate is, I think, is company. In my opinion, in my Uyukwe thinking. So you know, I come from Uyukwe, so I can think like a Uyukwean. So, how many companies are engaged, Asadu, in this initiative?
We've so far engaged like 40 companies so far, and our target to have a maximum of 50, so that we can engage them. But it's not about the companies, but you may have corporate like you in Buyikwe, who can form an organizational group, and you come and be part of us. It's not all about specific companies that are engaged in these activities or come into our entity, but it's all about having a desire and will to have it like a sport, because we do it in a lot of sport disciplines we have.
Okay.
So if we are there and an organization were there 2 or 3, or depending on the number, you could form a corporate.
Okay, I'm still with you, Asadu.
Yes, please.
We have had corporate games under some people. So is this part of the corporate games in a different brand, in a different bottle?
Not really.
Because Corporate Sports Network, if my company wants to register, why should I register? What is it all about in the first place? Yes,
this is an entity where we are mandated or given the trust and authority by their team managers. You know, every company has a sports sector in it. Like here in UBC, you may be heading a sports entity, and it deals with different disciplines. Okay. So we were entitled as people who can manage for them, and we form a company. Team managers are many, who of course I've told you, across like 40 companies. So we came into an agreement, and we formed up this entity. So it's not about other companies, because there are many corporates, there are many companies which can organize these such events. But specifically here, our target was these companies came together, and they told us, okay, here we are, can you please help us and have this being said. But it's not about other companies that we are rebranding through others. No, it's a new entity. It has been in existence now. This is the 2nd year in existence, and so far we are thriving.
You did mention, if I can quote you before you just come in, you did mention that you have over 40 companies that have come on board. So can you tell us the maximum number you're targeting as an entity?
Yeah, an entity so far we are targeting 50. We are targeting 50.
You have 40.
We have
10 left.
10 left.
So can we Equalians register and UBC people register?
Yes, they can, but we will set a month of April, where that's our target month. So if you come beyond April, we won't make you to be available. But as for now, the window is open.
Okay.
The window is open.
Okay. Let me come back to you, Charles.
Yes.
What are some of the benefits of engaging with the Corporate Sports Network?
As the name sounds, yes, we front so much sports, but there are other activities that we do that intend to put corporates into shape. Yeah. And one of the benefits for the employees, because it's the staff that are involved, fitness.
But you don't fit yourself, so I'll talk about fitness.
Can you judge for me?
Okay, go ahead.
He's not fit, by the way.
I don't see fit here.
You see, we're having that there. He's fit at doing that.
Are you sure?
At Amy, so he's fit there.
Even
we'll see whether he's fit.
Even Paul. Anyway, one of them is staff fitness.
Okay.
Because when these monthly activities, make sure that for people like Ruben, that always sits behind their desks, no time for practice. So on a Sunday, where staff come in, there's that, with time, you gain fitness. That is one of them. Then secondly, there's company visibility. We front it so much in that when a company registers with us, one of the things that we encourage them to do is advertising. We have a magazine that comes out every season.
Okay, the magazine has what?
Companies get to advertise in this magazine.
Okay, this is the magazine.
Exactly.
Oh, so who is can see Joshua Karamaji? Why is Joshua Karamaji on the front page?
Why Karamaji is on the front page? Even this year, if you want, you can be on the front page. What we usually do, we look out for the corporates.
Okay.
Because UHCL is with us, so we look out for corporates.
Okay.
And what we usually do, we say this time round, so and so will be on the top page. That's why I said if you wanted, you can approach me. You can also be on the front page, depending on what you do for the organization.
Okay.
Then another one, besides the brand visibility, networking. On a given outing, when people come together, because on average you have around 1,000 people on an outing.
Okay.
That's a big number. You get to network, and in those networks, it depends on how you want to use them. For the companies, they use them for markets. For in videos, you might find that today Asad Semere is working with maybe Coca-Cola. The following year, somebody has picked him from Coca-Cola and has taken him to maybe
Sukoro, Uganda.
wherever, because of those
You never
networks.
train, many companies.
Because of
will
those
have
networks.
Okay.
So those are some of the benefits.
Okay.
Yes.
But fitness is not part of them because you don't fit yourself.
Yes. No, it's just insisting. You are just insisting.
I want to see him fit.
You come on
preaching the
23rd.
gospel here.
You come.
Come on 23rd, you come with the outing.
Okay, let me come to you, Asad. For this, my corporate sports network usually has its outings at the end of the month. Why are we opted to have this outing before end of March?
Yeah, maybe to float it back. I want to ask you told him being unfit. Yes, because we've arranged 2 different activities there. We have the 35 and above.
Okay.
So Ruben may be here 40 years, but you can't compete with somebody who is so energetic at 23.
Okay.
So that's why his fitness has a category.
Oh.
It belongs to.
But also he's not fit.
And the sport, a category and the sport.
And it's sport.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Asad.
Yes. We've decided to have.
What's this on the screen? I can see something on the screen. Can you first explain this? What I see on the screen.
What you see there is that with those other activities we are going to have, we are going to have the gentleman behind there having a ball of basketball.
Okay.
So we will be having our basketball. So companies engaged in basketball as a sport. We're having that football you see there. We're having football. That gentleman you see there for
Born in blue.
Born in blue and someone in Dumain orange. That's a company around the Entebbe Road. So that's a sport of 35 and above. So when you see their age and their size, that's why I said the fitness shouldn't mind take you away because there's a category of your unfitness people who will be there. So people who have been in offices for quite 3 weeks are not exercising. So we bring them together and they play a sport of 35 and above. And another thing we're seeing there is that. So we normally collaborate with that federation. So this is a sport which is so corporate also. There's a need of sweating.
Okay.
There's a need of physical fitness so much. So it has been introduced this year, has been guided by our team managers and the participants that they need it.
Okay.
So we decided to have it this year. That is our innovation we have. So any discipline, we could be having it.
Okay, I'll stay with you, Asad, as a Muslim. This is the month of Ramadan, and you put up the corporate the games in March. And how are you going to cater for us, the Muslims who are fasting? Are we going to have a break so that we can eat, have our food after 6? Or you haven't catered for us as Muslims?
We've catered for you, and by the way, I've catered also for myself because our games start at 9. Okay. They end at around 5:30. If they go maximum, they extend up to 6. So there's a special arrangement for Muslims for breaking the fast. And our games normally don't require a lot of time. They don't require 90 minutes. It is a 20 minutes game. Okay. 10 minutes after time, 10 minutes after that time. Reason why we changed from 30th to 23rd, it's also because of the region, because we Muslims, specifically when you see our Eid al-Fitr, the days which are there, they're always between 29 and 30. Okay. So between that period, we presume that we couldn't take it for granted that we would have Eid on 29. So we decided to cut it short to have our brothers and sisters also celebrate in the way we also want, without any having like how to play this and that. So we decided to have it on 23rd so that we can have that. Of course, corporates, we do also mind about others. So religiously, we decided to do that. So that's what we've come up so that we can. Another thing, our corporates, we call upon you. We are going to be at MOMS, Mark University Business School. So our games start at exactly 9 up to 5:30.
Okay, let me come back to Charles, yes, the unfit Charles here.
You're insisting.
There are so many challenges that we encounter in these games. How do you manage to control these challenges or to overcome them as an entity? Maybe
you can start by identifying some challenges. And these ones always rotate around the venues. Okay. Right now in Uganda, most of the venues are being taken up. The only available venues are quite expensive. So most times we get that challenge, but we always overcome it. How? If we decide to stick to a venue, like if we get a chance and grab a venue.
Like Bubuzi.
Yes, we try to stick to it. provided, because those venues have programs, especially venues that are to do with institutes.
Okay.
They always have programs for their students. So we always have to fit into their programs to be sure so that we all have a win-win situation. About the money issue, yes, as a corporate sports network, we always have a budget. We always say, wouldn't say that this venue is too expensive for us, because we always run on the budget.
Companies pay money.
Yes, they do, but
they charge you. The amount they pay must include the money for the grounds or for the field.
Exactly, it does. But when you look at our budget, there are always other activities that are involved. So always the finance guy has to juggle between. No. That's the wrong word. That's the wrong word.
You know, the most challenge with venues we have is that sometimes we book a venue. Let me say we booked mobs, and in the end they're having exams. Let me say on 30th or 23rd, and alternatively the venue are going to now it wasn't in your plan, and they may say we are charging you 4 million, we are charging you per hour.
Okay.
So that's how it becomes now a challenge to us, and adjusting it accordingly. So, but sometimes we don't always have to be in.
Okay, another challenges I normally encounter, or we normally encounter as corporate entities, is actually the injuries on the pitch. Yes. If somebody broke his leg playing football or basketball, do you have medics on standby to take care of whatever problem or injury somebody has got? Charles,
Yeah.
No, I'm still with this man.
You're still with me.
Hey, I'm with you.
Yes.
Because we're in charge of this.
Exactly. This last
Do you have
year,
ambulances?
yes, last year and this year, we're having two partners. That
Okay.
is Case Hospital and Uganda Red Cross. So they're always there for emergencies. When an injury escalates to beyond their control, that's when we request the participating company to take it up from there.
Okay.
Because some companies have medical insurance.
True.
So the only thing that Case Hospital does and Red Cross is for those small emergencies.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Asadu, let me come back to you again. Throw more light on the outing on Sunday. What should we expect as corporate entities who are coming together on Sunday?
Yeah, what I can assure you, the first because you've talked about health, because we normally want you guys, corporates, when you come to an outing, to live a healthy where you've come from. No one can refute how Red Cross works in the country. Okay. And it's now part of us. We partner with them. No one can refute Case Hospital. And these are the entities we normally deal with, and we have a memorandum with them. And so far, we haven't had anything. Back to the question, our Sunday outing is going to be one of the best outings we have. So far we've learned, and every outing we learn something new. So far we've got at the end of the outing, normally have an entertainer, because this is fun. Okay. This is fun. This is getting out of office. Come and have a free environment. Come with your family. Come and enjoy. There are drinks. There are eats. Of course, with some little pay, which normally you won't get in KFC. You're going to get a chicken of 5,000 in KFC. So you just come at mom's and have fun. So far we've arranged that. One of the new items we're having there. So our first outing, we've got coaches who are going to teach the corporates how do they play that. What are regulations? What are the scores? And every discipline you engage into, we have awards in it. It's not about that I've won and I've walked away. Okay. So we have awards, medals, and at the end of the day, at our dinner, we normally have it in December, at our dinner, awards dinner. So we present you with an award. So that's how good it is. So you win today medal, automatically we give it to you as the finalist. Then at the end of the outing, we award you with the trophy. Okay. So that you can take it home. But so far Sunday, we are so good to go. We are organized. We have all the necessary equipment. We are there. The pitch is already guaranteed. We've already secured it. And yeah, what I can say, just people come and have fun, come and see your hobbies you've never seen before. Some of them they're there. Me, I've never seen my hobby. We last met in P7. P7, and typically was working in the KCB.
You also come and get fit.
But I'm fit. Why are you attacking each house?
Maybe adding to the words, just a little. the awards are not necessarily tagged to sports only and games. We always have other categories, special awards, whereby everybody is a winner. Somehow you might not win on the pitch.
Yeah.
Then you win on smartness. Then you win on organization. So there are those other awards.
Okay.
Yes.
But the venue, Asadu, which venue are you going to use on Sunday?
Yeah, we are going to use MOBS here in Nakawa, just here.
Okay.
Makerere University Business School. That their program for football. We are going to use that. Also, it is incorporated with a basketball court. So we are going to use that venue.
Okay, I'll come to Charles. Is it true that there are mercenaries in sport? And if it is true that the mercenaries are there, what measure have you taken as an entity to fight this syndrome of mercenaries?
I'll answer the first one, then I'll ask Asad to answer the second one.
Okay.
Yes, they are mercenaries in sports.
Okay, Asad to answer why you
ineligible players. Why I want technical to answer it falls
because the
No,
okay,
I would
the mercenaries are there, the big man has confessed.
Yeah.
So how are you dealing with this problem?
So far we've put up measures which will calm the situation. Of course, in every district somebody finds a loophole somewhere to pass through. But so far we have a system, we've registered, we have an app which will register these players. And that app comprises of your national ID, comprises of your NSSF to show us that really you work in that organization. Because there's no one who works in an organization, let me say, Ultra Africana, and you haven't remitted the NSSF.
Okay.
So we're having that one. Then the mercenaries we've talked about, what we call the eligible players, we've dialogued with this federation. Let me say in football, we dialogue with FUFA. So we take these names because we don't allow active players. Somebody who has been playing in the Super League and other league, professional leagues, to come and play with us. So what we've done, and we've recognized these names, send them to the federation to tell us that these guys are not real, are not active in play. So we normally have that target. We don't want somebody to come and play who has been playing professional unless you've retired 3 years and more, so that you can be incorporated this way. But also we do spot checks, because you may lie to us somewhere somehow. So we do spot checks on the field of play that we request these team managers to give us these details as early as possible. So our app is on, it is there. So every player who is participating, we have his details. We have his national ID number, we have his NSSF number, and we could follow you up in these categories of discipline. Even if you're a basketball player, we've allianced with the FUBA. So we go there and check, are you a professional player? Are you still active? So these measures help us.
And maybe to add on, if you are ineligible to play basketball, you have a license. We are flexible. You engage in a sport the way I don't have a license. If you have a license in soccer, you can engage in basketball, or you can go for swimming.
Okay.
All that.
Okay, lastly, but there are men here, like the camera people here, Brother Atura and Mlondo, Christopher. They're searching. They want to find their spouses at the corporate games. So are you advocated for the such people? Do we have people who are free who come in and they're looking for husbands?
Can I answer that?
Go ahead.
That's why in the beginning I told you one of the benefits is networking.
Okay.
So it depends on how you use your networks. If you come to the outing and your networking means engaging with a colleague for a spouse, it's not illegal. It is okay.
Okay.
Yes, you go ahead.
I will coordinate Molondo.
Yeah, you coordinate him.
Yes, so that he finds it
easy for him to find the better half.
Of a better half.
Wow. So you've heard that the gentleman here would actually sort you out. I want each commando again, once you join corporate sports network on Sunday, you'll be able to go back home with somebody. Guys, I'll start with you. Give us your parting shots, your final remarks.
My final remarks is just to invite corporates out there on 23rd of this month. Come down to MOBS, come and enjoy, come and network, and create friendships.
Okay.
That is my call.
Okay. Asadu, your parting shots.
Yeah, I call upon all the corporates, all Ugandans out there who wish to come and have fun, have an experience which we have experienced before. Please be part of us, be part of the journey, because in the end, we need to have an healthy mind and a healthy body.
Okay.
So we call upon you guys to come. My fellow Muslims, don't feel like this is a sport, I'm fasting, I won't play. It is all about having, fasting does not necessarily mean that you should be staying home and idle. Please come and be part of this active leisure, because it's entertaining, it's fun. Come and have your friends. Come and meet your Ogis you've never met before. Ogis which you've seen and some years back. They are there, they are working, but they can't have your contact.
Okay.
So it's all about having a free and full of joy environment.
Okay. Corporate Sports Network, networking through sports for a better Uganda. So those who are not fit, you can join the team on Sunday. Make sure that you do join. And of course, the magazine tells it all. The content of the magazine, actually inside the magazine, tells you what they have as a Corporate Sports Network magazine. And for those who want to be on the front page, maybe myself, maybe Fiona would love to be on the front bench, or rather front front bench is a show here that normally air on Monday, so my mind went to front bench.
Exactly.
Sorry about that. But I'm happy that I've hosted you today. Hope to have you again before the third edition of the Corporate Sports Network. We've been having a conversation regarding Corporate Sports Network, and of course the two gentlemen, Asad and Charles, have been here to share with you. But of course you don't have to stay in offices and be unfit. Companies out there, you've got to go and register with them. Make sure that your staff are fit. We've seen scenarios where staff die in offices. We've seen scenarios where you check Ruben and Ruben has diabetes, but it's not fit. So keeping fit, physically fit, you must have some light training, some corporate games. But you get involved in such activities to keep your body in shape. Well, I've got to go, and thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming to UBC Studios.
Thank you.
Have you enjoyed yourselves here?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
far.
Would you come back again?
Oh.
We will.
Why not?
We
Why
will.
not?
Okay, out of here, have yourselves a lovely day, and bye for now.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Pick of the day on UBC.
Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. on your public